Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. I will be playing a 5-point match on Backgammon Galaxy today, and we'll see what we can learn. I'll explain my thinking a bit as we go along, and then we'll check out the computer analysis afterwards on XG. See if we can find some. See if we can find something to learn from, anyways. Okay, Picasso Jr. Oh, this guy's very high rated. All right, let's play this very high rated player. Good match to my opponents. Okay, got a split here for sure because I made the low point on my board, so I can't really prime him. He's sort of threatening to prime me, so you got to counteract that by splitting in some fashion. So slotting there would actually be a pretty big error. It's anti-thematic. Okie dokie, this seems to do a lot. Double the dances. Don't double if I get hit back. Alrighty, guess this. He's doubling the dances. And then I'll two on the roof. I don't think I have enough comp to take this. Compensation, you know, like I got some structure, but it didn't really look that great, even though he has 3 checkers back. Okay, so maybe this. Obviously 10, 20, and 21 are all candidates here. Maybe I'll just got a big stack on the mid. Maybe I'll try this, but I have a feeling there's 3 plays that are fairly close there. Guess. Obviously, he's making the 3-point with 3 of them, 13 to 3, 8 to 3, and then finding one more. Yeah, maybe it's. Oh, it dupes my 6s a little bit. Try to keep him off balance. Did not work. Oh, what the hell is this? What a sick position. Maybe I should just let this go. I don't know. It's a little hard for me. It's a little hard for him to blow me away, though. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it seems weird not to cube that. Although, I guess he's thinking not good enough. Maybe he has a point, but I don't know. 4 guys back on the ace, 1 on the bar. Score sort of argues for aggressive doubling. Hope he doesn't double this either. Yeah, we'll see what the computer says about these cube decisions. All right, I'll try to build up a little front position here. If I get hit, I can always fall back on this reasonably timed back game. I definitely don't want to give up my second anchor to hits. I got reasonable. I mean, keeping the second anchor, I got a reasonable game in any case. Timing's could be a little sketchy if he makes the 4-point, but it's not too bad. Now what? That guy doesn't seem to move. Sort of an upgrade, I guess. Not going to be cracking anyways. Oh, I can make the 8-point nicely. Block this checker here. Oh. Seems okay. Keeps everything alive. Maybe this is a little too much. Don't want to hit him. All right, let's play a little wild. Just lost the points I want to make. It's a little bit of risk here. If I get all three blots hit, you know, my timing could get all screwed up. I like the fact that I left the guy on his ace point, because now I have 2s and 3s to come to the edge, which is very important to spring one of these guys. You know, maintains my timing. I won't have to crunch my board now while waiting for a shot. Still, I still might, but you know, getting one guy out is sort of huge, you know. And then this helps. Might be a favorite here. I mean, it's probably a money favorite because I got gammon more than he does, but I may win this over 50%. Just such a nicely timed game. Maybe I should cube this. All right, if I hit him, he's very brittle. So he's gonna put 2 checkers on the ace, it looks like. So if I hit him, he's like very brittle, and I might be able to pick up another checker. Sort of takes the cube out of his hands a little bit too, you know. So I'm thinking maybe I would do win some gammons here. I mean, obviously he's winning some gammons here too, but the fact that I'm like doubling him means he can't. It's going to be harder for him to get a good cube in later. Seeing that by doubling now he's going to be killing his gammon. So I think that's maybe a little bit of an argument for doubling. Unfortunately, I missed. Oh, I got a grade 5-3. Ugh, I don't know. Okay, this isn't bad. Ooh, shot. Oh, not a shot. That was dumb. All right, so do I stay split? I mean, best play to hit him would be this. I think I'm getting gammon more though, you know. Six, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3. Huh. Maybe I should do this. 3, 2 even. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to hit the most this way, but maybe it costs too much games. Okay, so I got some extra shots here. I got him. Okay, now I have a double. So I do want to try to get guys on the 6, 5, and 4 points, because the race isn't totally gin, you know. He could just enter quickly. And if I keep my checkers up high, I get to keep a closed board the longest as I'm bearing off. And that's sort of key to keep a closed board. Okay, this is going to work out okay. Yeah, so this is close to it. Well, I don't like the guy on the 7, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Right, like if my 6 point was stripped here, if I didn't have the spare on the 6 and I rolled a 6, I'd have to open it up. So that's kind of why you want the checkers on the high point when you're worried about the raise. Here I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I like the guy off. I like the fact that he's entering with a small number when he enters. It's probably long-term safest to do this, but he enters with a 6 and he's in the race. And then there's like other reasonable stuff, like maybe this is okay. All right, let's rip a checker. Crap. Doing okay. Yeah, those are tough. The 3-1s when yeah, you have a closed board. It seems like there's no like hard and fast rule there, you know. I mean, often it's right to clear from the top and let him in. Let him in with 6s, get him out of your hair. But not always. Like there, I was worried about him entering with a big number, and then winning the race. So that's why I cleared from a lower point, and it got, got to check her off also. Ooh, it's nice. Dance here. Could probably cube, maybe. I don't know, score makes it a little tricky. I cube this, certainly cube this if the score is reversed. It's I got a pretty big edge. Yeah, I'm not sure about this, but I'm gonna send it and see what happens. It's probably a pretty easy take. At the score anyways. Like maybe as a cube it's like 0-0, but not at the score. We're sort of hurting my gammons a little bit. Like my gammons are sort of less. I need 3 points to win the match on my double gammons, and I only get to use one of those extra points. Like I win an extra 2 points from a gammon, but I only get to use one of them. So that's why I say gammons are like a little less valuable at the score. I don't know, is there something else here? 2 is bad now. I wouldn't have minded slotting the 3 there if there was some like productive deuce, but it didn't look like it. Well, 1, 2, 3, those are forced. Guess I want the board. 8 guys there, I don't know. I got a safe play. The double's looking silly now. The take point on the recube is actually like 40% or something. It's like extremely, extremely high. Oh, nice. Maybe I'd be able to bring this home. Yeah, so we'll take a look. We'll take a look we'll take a look at that double at like various match scores. Bear a guy off, doesn't work. All right, this is all I got then, right? 5 is forced. Yeah, he maybe actually should cube that, I think. Because he gets gammoned. I mean, when he loses, he gets gammoned a lot, and he's probably a favorite. And like I said, my take point's 40%. So that would maybe that's, in fact, I gotta guess that's not that close, believe it or not. This is certainly safest. Like, okay, like he's shooting with a double shot there and he wins some of the misses. So it's like he's arguably a favorite there, and like I say, my take point's 40%. So it's like I'm not that far from a pass. And obviously, he's gonna lose his mark a lot when he hits, and especially considering like when he loses, he loses a gammon a lot. So that means he should double more aggressively. So yeah, that'll be interesting to look at these cube decisions. All right, I didn't play that great. Probably my cube in the 3-away 4 game. The computer's probably not going to like it, and maybe it's going to be like some big error. But yeah, let's download this and take a look. It's hard to, it's sort of hard to calibrate sometimes at these like lopsided match scores, you know. Huh. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this 2-1. Yeah, so some sort of split play. So real error to like play 13 to 10 or 13 to 11, 6-5. So you want to play to your strengths in the opening. Here, my strengths are racing since I made it like a low point on my board. My strengths are like racing and blitzing, right? It's not priming. So, and his strength is priming. Like he's going to build his 5-point and have like this nice block being built up. So I have to counteract that with some sort of split play. Okay, it doesn't like the 5-5. Oh yeah, I thought about this a little bit. So after running to the 13 point, it wants to make the 3-point rather than stacking the 8-point. To me, like stacking the 8-point looks a little prettier to my eyes. One thing going on though maybe is the 8-point, the value of the 8-point is less than it usually is here because my 2-point is made. When you have like 2 points 6 apart from one another, they don't form 2 points in the same 6 prime. So they tend to go down in value by quite a bit. So my play, which is this, sort of leaves these 2 points 6 apart from one another. Let's see what the computer's play does. Still looks uglier to me. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be some hitting coming up soon, and so you want the inner board point. And the second best is stay split and make the 3. This looks okay to me. Maybe I should have done this. All right, 5-3 obviously hits. 5-6. Okay, dash and then big pass. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's not that close here. So if your opponent splits with a 3-2 on the open, say he splits with a 3-4 in the opening roll like you did, and then you roll 4-3, you are supposed to hit with the 4 and then either split or bring down to 3. You're not supposed to hit twice. Here the computer likes hitting twice. I think the difference is because my board is stronger. So it wants to take more of like this attack, this blitzing approach, this attack approach. I think that's probably the difference. Felt a little funny to me to give up the 8-point to hit and then not get another builder in the zone. But I guess due to the stronger board, the computer just wants to attack. Probably there's some cubeful aspect going on here. Like if you hit twice and he dances, I guess that's the cube. But actually, if you hit twice, if you make my play and he dances, that's probably a good cube also. Yeah. 3-2, he hits back. I remake my 8s. It looks like he misses a big cube here. Okay, yeah, no, this is about where I was. I wasn't sure I wanted to take this at the score where he needs 4 points to win the match. So, double gammons are extremely valuable for him. So I was a little scared to be cubed here. And then I roll this great 2-1 and get back in it. And then I guess, okay, he makes that. I do this. Okay, I might have done. I actually might have doubled this in his shoes, but I guess if I'm forced to play a 1-2 back game, it rates to be an okay one. And he still has the 7 and 4 points open. So it says I win this 41%. Okay, 1-1. It doesn't mind hitting, although it likes. Wait, what? Okay, this is the computer's choice. This is my choice. I mean, I like putting the guy on the 10 because I want to cover with 6s. Although it does maybe duplicate my 6s sometimes because I'm going to be I may want to be jumping with 6s. The computer's play doesn't get a direct cover for this, but it I guess it's valuing 24 to 23 a little bit. Yeah, I don't see the big deal. And then what else? Let's evaluate a few more plays here. Yeah, all the computer's choices involve stepping up with the 1, 24 to 23. Is that really a big deal? I don't really get that. Like, why is it? Why is it like considerably better on the 23 than the 24? Oh, maybe my play. Does my play allow him to play like 8 to 7 with an ace? Because I'm not willing to give up my 23 point to hit with a 6. I mean, maybe that's at least part of what's going on. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I think I did see stepping up, but I wanted to get the cover. I wanted to get the cover for the 4 point. Okay, then what's this? 5-4. Oh, it does want to give up the anchor to hit. Yeah, no, I saw that I could hit here. But I didn't. This looks weird to me. I did see this play, but I was thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm going to screw up. You know, I got 4 blots lying around the board. I may never make a second anchor. So I'm going to get blown away here sometimes. So I didn't think it was worth it. I guess there's upside though. I mean, he's got 4 blots himself, including the one up on the bar. This looks very unnatural to me though. I don't know. I mean, I imagine people find this play pretty easily because it hits and you can go forward. But I don't know. I just kind of want. I guess I was just in backgame mode. Like this backgame looks pretty reasonable to me. Let's see. Is there some cubeful aspect going on? 644, 5. No. Yeah, this is. I mean, I do often make this error where like I look for reasons not to hit when one should just hit. But I don't know, man. Yeah, it just loses more. It doesn't win as much. Oh, it wins more gammons. That's part of the difference. It loses about the same number of gammons, but it wins more gammons. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I have trouble with this play for sure. Okay, doesn't mind this 1-1 play. Or just slot everything. You know, if I get hit, maybe I even make a third anchor. I do this. Okay, computer thinks. Oh yeah, the computer. Computer thinks it's the best. I would have taken this because I would be thinking, okay, probably I'm going to get okay timing for this, but obviously there's a lot of risk of crunching here. Like if I roll a 5 or a 6 next roll without a 2 or a 3 attached to it, it's pretty bad, right? I either have to break the front anchor, which I'm not doing, or I need to like break my 7 point and go deep in my home board. So the computer thinks that's enough to pass. I mean, probably take for money, I guess. Maybe not. 18. Huh. This is the score-based eval. Yeah, it's big take for money. Okay, so the score is a big factor here. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, he needs 4 points to win the match. So his double gammons are quite valuable. You know, it puts him right at the score he needs to win the match, which means that those points are extra valuable. Okay. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have taken. I would have considered. I mean, I would have considered passing, but I felt like comfortable with my position. Doesn't like 11 to 5. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's interesting. So computer wants to split with the 5 here, giving getting hit with aces. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like making his aces good, but it does alleviate the risk of like crunching. Right. Once again, I mean, if I roll a 6 without a 2 or a 5 next roll, my position sort of collapses. So I think that's at least part of what the computer's thinking here. I don't think I'm getting like triple shots, am I? By virtue of splitting? It doesn't look like it. So it's trying to alleviate the splitting problem. I guess if I get hit with an ace, maybe not all aces hit. Like maybe 1-5 doesn't hit or something. Let's see, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. Maybe 1-3 maybe doesn't hit either. 1-4, 1-4 does hit. 1-5, 1-6, 1-6 he's forced to hit. Maybe it's only 7 shots because it's not that clear to hit with 1-3, 1-5. And you know, it always keeps me from like crunching my position. So I guess I can see this now. Yeah, I didn't think that deeply about this over the board. Okay, so maybe I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my cube action this match. Maybe it was just my checker play. Okay, no, it does like the double. It's pretty mandatory here. Oh, I win more gammas than he does. This is funny. Again, because his position is so brittle, he's got a stripped 8 and 6 points. So I hit him, and then he entered with like a 1-5 or something, or even 2-5, and he has to like expose another blot. So that's part of the that's like the reason why I win more gammas than him. And you know, I'm gonna lose. I guess usually when I hit him, he's gonna have a pretty big pass due to the brittleness of his front position. So it seems like a good time to cube. So let's take a look at what this is, say for money. All right, this is the score-based eval. Right, it's double by 0.1. Still a big take, obviously. Okay, it's marginal for money. Yeah. And then it's not a redouble for money. Yeah. Yeah, so if you've never seen this before, you should double a little more aggressively from the center, almost always, than redoubling. Because when you redouble, it sort of ends up the same way, like your opponent has cube access either way. But when you redouble, you're going from a situation where only you have cube access to him having cube access. When you double from the center, you're going from a situation where both of you have cube access to only him having cube access. So that's why you should be like more aggressive from the center, say if you're playing for money. Okay, let's go back to the match. Okay, glad I found a nice cube. I miss him. So after I miss him, I'm an underdog, right? Oh no, I'm still a favorite. Well, I'm a slight money underdog because I lose a lot of gammas and because he has cube access. But it says I still win like almost 60% of the time, even after missing. So that sort of underscores like how strong the cube is. Even when missing, you know, you still win over 50%. But due to the like the crappiness of his front position. And then I wonder if it's gonna like my play where I make the plays just to hit him the most. Yeah, like here. Oh, okay, so it does like hitting the most. Right, I do get gammoned a little more, I assume. After my play, rather. No, I'm sorry. This isn't the play. This is the play. Yeah. So obviously, you know, if your only goal is to hit home, right? You want to keep your anchor so he can't hit you, and you want checkers on 2 different points so you get double shots. So it should be crystal clear that my play is going to hit him the most. The downside is I'm wasting pips for the gammon save at a score where gammons are especially valuable for the opponent. So that's why it's kind of close, you know. Like for money, or say it's like 0-0 in a long match, the computer is going to like. Well, actually, the cube position maybe matters there. But like at a score where gammons aren't as valuable, you know, you're more averse. You're more likely to stay back and not worry about getting gammoned. But here I was like quite concerned about being gammoned. But still, you know, you wanna win more. So I thought it was worth it. The computer thinks it's borderline. I do get to hit them. I close them up quick. Oh, and then there's that 3-1 later that I was unclear on. 5-6, that's a good roll, I think. The 3-1, okay, yeah. So I guess I had the right idea. I mean, I'm worried about losing the raise without getting hit, you know. So you clear from the top, which is often what you want to do with the 3-1 when you have a closed board. Here, I lose too many races, right? He enters with like a 6-5 or something, and maybe I'm barely winning or something. So clearing the 3-point, I got to check her off, and his entries tend to be smaller. Especially like 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. Especially 3-3. Blocking 3-3 is pretty big. So glad I found that, and then I just win the race, I think. Oh, and then this 3-way, 4-way game. Yeah, this one I'm guessing I played not great. Okay, let's go through this a little slowly. 2-2 is clear. 4-1 is clear. Okay, it doesn't... Oh, it likes the double. Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little tricky to find cubes at this score because you're, like I said during the game, you're diminishing the value of your gammons a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. When doubling, this is like a fairly gammonish position. But so the flip side is, I guess, of that, it's unclear whether you should take, you know. So it's sort of in the sweet spot a little bit. Like the closer, you know, the closer he is to the take-pass line, maybe this is obvious, but the closer he is to a take-pass line, the stronger the argument is for doubling, right? And so even though like there could be arguments for not doubling, like at a score like this when you win a ton of gammons, the fact that he's like very close to the take-pass line means the gammons are less of an argument. Okay, but apparently I screwed this up. Oh, this is a tough play. This is unnatural to me. I have a feeling unlike the hitting play from game, from game 2 where I didn't hit when I should have. I feel like people would make the same error as me, right? Because so I hit. He's got 2 on the roof. I'll probably just make a point next turn. Computer wants to just lock up the 7 points. Lock up the point right away. The part of what's going on here is hitting does win more gammons. But like I said, gammons aren't as valuable as usual at this 3-way score, so the computer's playing a little bit for the win. But it looks like even like doubled money, it will want to do this play. I mean, it's not. This concept isn't totally foreign to me, right? Because the computer's getting 2 good points out of this play, right? It's getting the 20 point and the 7 point. So that's often better than hitting in the the openish stages of the game, because it's doing like 2 really great things. The reason why I hit those, it looks like I'm going to just get to make a point next turn. I guess except when he enters 2. I guess it gets dicey when he enters 2 checkers, with or without a double. I don't know. This hitting still looks right to me here. So this is maybe above my pay grade. So a little thin over here, I guess. Only 8 guys here. And then 4-3. Okay, yeah. So this is clear. Good. And then once again, it doesn't want to hit. Yeah, I can see this one. I mean, he's playing some sort of back game. So when I hit the 3rd checker. One, I'm going to improve his timing, and 2, he's going to have a better chance to make a better second anchor than the ace point. If I'm able to pin him to a 1-5 game, if fill in the 3 and 2 points, or even just the 3 point, the 1-5 game is really bad. It's not too bad if these points stay open, but if those points ever close, the 1-5 game is like the worst. It's like the worst back game. So by hitting, I'm sort of giving him a better chance to make the 3 or the 2 point anchor. So I can see how my play doesn't win as much. It should win more gammons. Yeah, it does win more gammons. I did think about this a little bit, but I didn't like the fact that it was a double shot. He's got 6s and 2s to hit. But the key, I think that maybe the key is he's not happy to hit with most of his 6s. He's not going to give up the front anchor, so it's kind of only a single shot. Yeah, I can see this. I wish I thought about this a little more. I should have been able to find this play, I think. Fine. And is there anything else with this 6-2? Oh yeah, I did think about this. Yeah, I almost did this. See, putting a blot on the 3-point, I was going to say it's not that bad, but it's actually a good thing. This is like a common theme where your opponent's playing, a back game or likely playing a back game. Oftentimes you want to slot the points in between the back game points because you need to fill those in. And he's not too keen to give up his deep point to hit with the deuce. Especially if he can't cover. I think maybe he is hitting with 2-3-2-2, but maybe that's it. I'm sorry, 2-3-2-2-2-1. Maybe that's it though. Oh, and maybe 1-1. So it's not, what I'm saying is it's not like all twos that you're getting hit with. Or at least if you do get hit, it's like a close call, so you're not losing out too much. On the other hand, you need to fill in that point, so you get missed and fill that in. So I would have done this. I would have done this if the 2 wasn't so ugly, but I didn't like playing 6-4. On the other hand, this is pretty ugly too. Big stack on the 7. And then it immediately, then I start getting into trouble right away. Just with this gross position. And then I thought he should cube me when he gets the double shots. Yeah, pretty big cube. Pretty big blunder not to cube this. Yeah, you got to be aware of how the score affects these things. Right, so the relevant factors here is my take point on the recube is extremely high. It's like 40%. Oh, hey, Commander. Hey, so check out this position. I think a lot of people would miss this redouble, but I've seen similar stuff at this score, where my take point on the redouble is extremely high. It's like 40%, and he's getting gammoned a lot when he loses. So if he doubles and gets gammoned, it didn't hurt him that he doubled, and and he's like, I don't know, he's almost a favorite here. So, it all adds up to like a big double at this score. Now obviously, you're not going to be doubling this at most scores, and especially for money, it's like a big beaver. But if you're not thinking through these like score effects, or if you don't know your take point on the recube, it's going to be tough to find this redouble. I do remember playing this extremely strong player once, probably similar strength to my opponent. 2,800 or something. Although I think it might have been on grid gammon at the time. But a position like this came up, and he thought forever, and then finally found the cube. And like to me, it was like a little painful because like to me the cube looked like really obvious at the score. Because in that position, he was actually like maybe a small favorite, and it was like a huge cube. But he thought for like 3 or 4 minutes before finding the cube. So it just goes to show you, you gotta think about these scores correctly. You gotta understand the nuances of the score. And luckily he misses, and then I think I just win a gammon luckily, and then that's all she wrote. Yeah, that was good. All right, that was lucky. I wish I played a little better, but glad I won anyways. Let's actually take a quick look at my blunders. Yeah, this one I should find. I mean, there's a common theme when your opponent's playing a back game. To not hit and improve his timing. And here there's sort of extra reason not to hit. One, due to the score, right? It does up the gammas to hit, but gammas aren't as important as winning. He's got a 1-5 game, so third checker back is gonna really help him make a better anchor. 2-4, yeah, this one I don't know. I mean, this is hard for me to see. And this one also. I mean, this is like a real blunder. But I don't know. I just didn't want to give up my second anchor to hit. Maybe the computer's just not valuing the 1-2 game very, very much. So I don't hit him. He makes the 4 points. And then maybe he crunches me because the 1-2 game doesn't rate to be that good here. Maybe we can play around a little bit with this. All right, so this is the score-based. Oh, bar 16 is better. Okay. Okay, so I didn't even choose the best non-hit apparently. Okay, no, I'm glad we took a look at this. Okay, so the computer is extremely averse to being pointed on the 21 point here. Right, that's why it pops out and leaves like a trip. Oh, it's only a double shot. It's just ones and twos. Yeah, no, I did briefly see 20. I thought maybe I was leaving like a bunch of outfield shots, but I guess those aren't that bad. Right, the computer, maybe I guess I should have found this play. But best is this? Huh. I wonder if this is a score is the score a thing? Now it's pretty similar at 0-0. Just out of curiosity, what's this? So I have a little more timing. Well, I see here is even more. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough for me to see. I mean, I do have a feeling that hitting would be the obvious thing to many people. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just averse to giving up the second back game point to go on this like adventure that's probably not going to work. I'm thinking maybe the key is at the back. Sometimes I don't hit and the back game race to be very bad, like when he makes the 4 point. The 1-2 back game, I mean, when you have the time for it, when you have the timing for it, it's a very good back game. The problem is the opponent, when he has a 5 or 6 prime in front of you, some of his numbers are killed. Some of his 6s and 5s are killed, like he doesn't have to play those. And so often that means if you can't get like that fourth, that checker, some of the spare checkers out, it just means you're going to be forced to crunch your own board when as he's coming home, because he often doesn't have to play his 5s and 6s. So I think probably that's part of what's going on here. Like say I had like the 1-3 game instead of the 1-2 game. I think it'd be a little more averse to being hit. I'd be a little more averse to like hitting, but it's a little hard to test without really really changing a lot of the other factors in the position. All right. Well, this is interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those positions I don't fully understand. Maybe they deserve a little more study. Anyways. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I am gonna sign off now. I do have that Wednesday night tournament tonight, so if I'm not in the finals, maybe I'll commentate the finals. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.